you don't hire black people to test your products for you and give you a feedback. You will always get it right from like white people to light skin, but you won't get it right when you come to darker skin tone. I want you all to get your popcorn, get your tea, because I'm about to serve you both. No background to the brand. It was started on the International Women's Day in 2011 by two ladies, I believe. And in 2017, late 2017, so a couple of months back, they launched the darker shades, which are the ones that I'll be talking about now. Yeah, let's look at the colors they have first. I think that it's amazing when brands that are newly started actually start representing different colors, different tones, and I'm hoping they obviously had someone black on their team helping them test out these products and seeing what different undertones there are. The darkest shade they have is called Helga, and they just call it deep. So Helga is the deepest, darkest color they have. Got Helga up here. And basically, they've got the same packaging as the Chanel foundations. It's a glass bottle, and it's got like a pump at the top, as you can see. So really nice packaging, nice silver. And all of their makeups, all of their powders and foundations are typical old school Swedish names that they have used, which is amazing because it's a Swedish brand, so I expect them to use Swedish gods' names and things like that. So Helga is number one. We're going to swatch it. And yep, that's what it looks like on the plate. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Sigma foundation brush 460, and I'm going to swatch this on the side of my face. Okay, let's see. So this is Helga, and I think it could be my color. I'm going to add some more. So that's what Helga looks like on my skin. I would like to use this one, but I think it's darker than my skin tone, as you can tell. Obviously, in the lighting, it's a lot darker than my skin. So we're gonna go ahead and swatch the next one, which is Ursa, which is a dark neutral. Okay, so the next one we're gonna test is Ursa Dark Neutral. Where's Ursa? Okay, looks like that. It's dark neutral, but guys, it is hella reds. Hella reds. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let me pop that there. Same side. Oh my god. Oh, I'm just gonna smack it on. And as you can see, Ursa, and as you can see, there's nothing neutral about this color. It's got red undertones, so it should be called warm red or something. Warm Ursa or warm deep, because this is red. This is redder than any of my foundations that I have. Closely linked to my Lancome. It's very red. On that one, and move on to the next one on the list, which is Civ, which is supposed to be the dark, warm one, but it's going to be interesting to see how dark and how warm it is. And to think that with companies, when they pick foundations, they probably think we all have red undertones. We don't. So if that one is a deep warm, deep neutral, I don't know what the warm one's going to be like. Maybe they have just called it, you know, this is Civ. Civ is supposed to be a dark warm, but it's actually a dark neutral. So it's got yellow undertones, and yeah, let's see. Yep, as you can tell, this is a yellow neutral base, and the one previous to that was a warm. So just there, they've got it wrong, because just name it correctly so that people know what they can expect. Like I said, Helga was a deep. It's not warm, it's not neutral, it's nothing like that. I actually think Helga was a neutral. Ursa is not a neutral, it is a warm tone, and Civ is more of a neutral and yellow, as you can see. So I'm not a big fan of the brush either. The brush makes things very streaky. So that's not. Now What color do you guys think I am? Because obviously this is lighter than my skin tone, and Ursa is a bit too red for my skin tone. Helga's so far the closest, but let's go to the next slide. The makeup artist, if I was buying these products, okay, Hilda's supposed to be a brown, medium brown neutral, and let's go on this side. Yep, they got this one right as neutral. The brush, as you can see, is very streaky. So how are you liking that? That's supposed to be the medium brown neutral. Okay, let's go on the next one, which is Ingeborg and medium brown warm. And I'm gonna swatch all of these on my hands just so you can actually see how closely linked they are. I'm going from the darkest to the lightest. Okay, Ingeborg, let's see what you're working with. Ingeborg's supposed to be a warm. I'm gonna pop it on the other side of my face. This is not warm at all. This is obviously yellow undertones, so it's colder undertones, and it's more neutral than it is warm. I'll just tell you that. I'm not gonna use the brush for this foundation because you can already see at the end of the brush that it's more of a stippling brush than it is anything. So okay, yeah, that's one of my first gripes with this, because if you are going out to buy this and you're only reading the description of the bottle or on the website, you're gonna be way off base, because warm is not warm, neutral is not neutral, it's vice versa, everything. And I hope they can change that, because anybody with knowledge of undertones, red undertones, yellow undertones, neutral undertones for darker skin tones would understand that, you know, which is which. They obviously don't have that. The last one is Darga, and they say that Darga is a light brown cold. So if you notice something in the darker shades, they don't have cold and warm, they only have neutral and red. And that right there, my friends, is a little bit of a problem. Okay, so they've jumped from those colors straight into light shades. And these may be appropriate for my mixed girls, for my light skin girls, etc. Let me just pop it on. I'm just going to add it to maybe here. So you see, it's a big jump from going here, here, here. There's no in-between shades, guys. There's no in-between shades. So let me swatch everything on my arm, and then I'll come back and you can see from the darkest shade to the lightest shade. Going to be mixing is Helga and Siv to get my perfect foundation. So I'm going to mix them, and then I'm going to come back and do my full face, and then we're going to talk about their concealers. Hey guys, so I have primed my skin, I've moisturized my skin. I'm going to put Helga on here, and I'm going to put Siv on top of that. And it's just almost identical really, and I'm going to be using that as my foundation today. So let's see how it holds up and what the coverage is like. They say that this product is for sensitive skin, and it can be used by, you know, people who have allergies, because they use the clearest, cleanest minerals. So let's go in. So I'm gonna try my best to not look down. First impression, number one, the color match is way off base, but you know, what choice do you have? Let's see. It's not full coverage, and we will tell by how well it covers my beauty mark. Let's see. You can see it's still bleeding through. Let's try the forehead. It's very dewy. It's not a matte foundation, guys. This is not a matte foundation. So if you're oily, this might not be for you. I mean, I'm looking hella sweaty right about now. Because I have lights in this studio, it's not warm because my window's open. So all of this is just the foundation. I'm not sold on the coverage, but maybe you can build it up. So maybe I can go back in and, you know, put something on. I don't know. I look very, yeah, I look very oily, guys. I'm gonna let this set. I normally don't need to let my foundation set, but I need to let it set for a while to see if it mattifies. So these are the concealers. I'm gonna go with the medium one to highlight. And I think the dark one would actually be good if you're color correcting in that sense. Let's see what the consistency of these are. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in and see what the, yeah, it does come on the brush quite well. I have to say, this is the oiliest I've ever been on camera. I'm probably gonna go in with the dark and see what that looks like. I have to add dark because I can't highlight this light. So I'm gonna go in with the dark and I'm going to go in with the medium shade because I feel like I need maybe a little bit more depth. Now this is not looking good because on the brush it looks like it has gray undertones, but let's see if we add it on, what it's going to do for us. I have a, you know, I don't like putting on makeup and already, guys, I look sweaty and my window's open. It's in November and it's cold in my studio and I'm still sweating. Imagine if I went out with this. Oh Lord, help me. And I know makeup artists are supposed to make everything look amazing in the editing phase and all that stuff, but I ain't gonna lie to you guys. This, I'm feeling hella skeptical. Hella skeptical, hella skeptical. Yeah, it just disappeared because it's very light. It's not thick consistency. For a concealer, I expect it to be thick and you can use less if you want to. Let's see what happens under the eye. Maybe I should just let it, you know. Okay, exactly what I was talking about. It has grayish undertones, which can work perfectly fine for dark, lighter skin tones, but may not be amazing on darker skin tones. This is what happens when you don't hire black people to test your products for you and give you a feedback. You will always get it right from like white people to light skin, but you won't get it right when you come to darker skin tones. And it's not because we are more difficult to blend for or mix for, but it's because you need a black person on your team helping you mix the darker colors, or you're gonna end up looking like this gray. All right, Lovette, take a deep breath. Have a sip of tea. Keep working. Oh dear Lord, oh dear Lord, oh dear Lord, oh dear Lord, help me. I wouldn't say I have problematic skin, but this is creasing as I apply it. So it's creasing right underneath the eye. It's not full coverage and it has gray undertones. Can this get any better? I don't know how I'm gonna salvage this look to even take a nice thumbnail picture, but I think let's skip it. Let's go straight to the powders so I can set this to stop it from moving, and then we'll go to their mineral foundation. Powders they have, I got Fantastisk, which is tan, Makelös, which is light brown, and Otrolig, which is dark. These are all Swedish names, so if you're wondering what they mean, I'll put them in the description bar. So these are the three colors. And I'm guessing they thought dark would be suitable, but dark, I'll do a close-up of the videos whilst the products are on the table. I'm going to use that and see if we can set this. I'm not sure if, I don't even know if it's picking up product. the concealer is also moving, as you can tell by my nose. It's moving all over my face. I think this product would be amazing if you already have flawless skin and the consistency is too much like a BB cream, like a CC cream, one of them too. But no, gray. I'm telling you, it's gray. I've used so much powder and it does not work. Okay, I'm done. Let's go straight to the mineral powders. They have nice packaging. I have to say their packaging is amazing. Too bad I'm gonna throw out the products and fill them in with my Sacha Buttercup or something. But before I do so, let's look at their darkest powder. This one is Helga, and on the inside it has like a mini holes, so like that. So let's see if we can get some of that out. Okay, so that's the Helga powder. It's very dark, just like the foundation. And since their other powder isn't working well, I'm just going to dab into the Helga, hope for the best, and apply. I say the mineral powder works so much better than their regular powder. So Hilda's up here, and that's what it looks like. And since I'm trying to not look grey, it's easier for me to use this one, as you can tell. Say this, too much pigmentation in the product. As you can tell, it's made me red under the eyes. So let's just wipe that off. I feel like, you know, I like working with products and I'm always excited to try out new ones, but I feel like this has a lot of salvaging to do. I might go in with the lighter powder to set on top of this. Let's try Runa, which is a lighter product, and see if we can perhaps offset some of this redness. Like, it seems like these companies actually think all black people are like super red or something. Dust this off and hope for the best. Oh my god. It's not as finely milled as Sacha Buttercup, so I take back what I said previously about the... Can you guys see what's happening? Like, look, it's not creasing, but it's basically gone into every single fine line, and it feels like it's wiped off a part of it but left a lot of it on. So let's see what we do with this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go off camera and put on my eyeshadow and put on the rest of my face and come back to you guys and give you a final verdict, the pros and the cons. It's just on my way to put on some more makeup and come back and basically do a final thoughts on this. And my mobile went off, and it was from the PR agents of this brand, Idun. Before I finished my video and finished trying on the products, I already knew that it was going to turn me grey. But I posted in a group on Facebook, only people of color in there, and I said, can you guys let me know if you use Idun Minerals and if it works on your skin or your family member's skin, because I want to do this video as balanced as possible. So if I know it works for lighter people of color, I'm going to mention it to you guys and say there are lighter people of color that use it that have sensitive skin. It backfired because somebody from that group obviously thought it was okay to screenshot what I wrote and send it to this brand that I'm reviewing today. And the brand manager contacted me, and this is what she said. I'm going to translate because I know most of my viewers are actually English, but I'm going to put the SMS up here, and then I'm going to clarify what they've said, because obviously I want everything to be as balanced as possible. She says, "Hi Lovette, I understand that you plan to, quote, drag Idun down because of the fact that you can't find the darker shades in all of the drugstores. For your information, these are sold exclusively at Apoteket AB, which is our drugstore, and you can even order them via their online store. At the end of this year, going on to next year, these will be released to all chains that want to bring them in. Number one, understand that she says they'll be brought into stores that choose to bring these colors in. So it's not guaranteed that it's going to be on every apotheke. It's just for the apotheke that decide to buy it. And I know how apotheke works. They don't bring in darker shades at all. So whatever. We don't pay any white influencers to show up the darker shades. The collaborations we've done on this series has only been with people of darker skin. The whole collection is brought forward together with a test panel to have as many good shades as possible, something we've got positive feedback on. I hope this clears up any misunderstanding. Regards, so-and-so. I don't want to say her name because obviously I just don't want to. So I replied her, I said, hi, so-and-so, thank you for your message. I'm right now in the studio filming, as I told you earlier in the week, because I spoke to them earlier in the week. I posted in a closed group with clear rules that you can't share information outside of the group. So firstly, I want to say that I am very disappointed on the person that decided to share this information. I have a responsibility on my channel to only speak the truth on products that I use. I will never ever release a video with lies in them and untruth in them. And that's the main reason why I don't do paid collaborations or sponsored videos. And you guys know I don't do sponsored videos. I never get paid for my videos either, so I want to be honest. I also said I visited 12 different drugstores, and then I mentioned how many different cities I went to check to see if these shades were out, and they weren't. I even took images as proof that they're not out. It feels amazing to hear from you that they will be brought in by all drugstores that quote unquote want to bring them in. Also, the influencer I was talking about is a white influencer who swatched all of the darker shades on her face, which is aka blackface. So I said, if influencers, according to the ad laws in Sweden, actually do hashtag ad, then it's a paid sponsorship, okay? Also, if you have a test panel, I can't understand how it could be so wrong with the undertones, especially on darker skin tone like mine. What you have marked as warm is in reality neutral, and what you've marked as neutral in reality is warm. Also, there is problems with pigmentation that leads me to be grey after the foundation oxidizes, which you guys can see now. The foundation has oxidized tremendously and I look grey. If I leave the house and go to natural light, I'm gonna look very casket ready, okay? So I said, I have a hard time understanding that a test panel with people of darker skin tones wouldn't have picked up on that problem. But of course, here I am giving you free consultation and feedback, especially in the video that will be released tomorrow, which is this video you're watching now. So I do feel, number one, whoever snitched in that group, you're not gonna stop me. People like you have never stopped me before. You can, maybe your mom works there, maybe your auntie works there, maybe your uncle works there, and you just feel like you gotta stick up for them. And that's fine, you do you, but you could have easily inboxed me saying, I use the products, it works for me, I love them, try this technique, that technique, anything. You could have done so many things, but you decided to call them, email them, SMS them, whatever your reasons are. I hope you can sleep well tonight, because guess what? This video is still going up. I'm still here doing it, and next week, Sunday, I'm still gonna release the next video. So, in your face, because you didn't stop me, okay? Moving on, yes, I have seen a video on Instagram with a white influencer swatching the darker shades. For me, even when they swatch it on white hands, it doesn't tell me anything. If you do dark shades, swatch them on dark skin people. It's easy. If you're saying you have a test panel, and I doubt that test panel even had that many black people, because I've reached out. During the time I was gone, I reached out online to people I know who work with apotheke, people who I know who work in the industry, and asked them, what do you know about the test panel? Because I know for a fact If they had a black person of my skin tone in that test panel, they would have picked up on the problem with pigmentation. They would have picked up on the problem with going gray. They would have picked up on the miscalculation of what warm is and what neutral is. Heck, if they bought my book, they would have been able to tell what the difference is between warm and cold and neutral. And they didn't. So I think whoever snitched also should have thought about it, because all you've done is really upset me, and I'm really sad that you felt that you couldn't talk to me, that you had to go out and do that. But also, it doesn't change my views on these products. I'm still gonna talk about what I talk about when I talk about it, because that's just how real I am, okay? So whatever you've done, I know you probably watched this video because you're sitting at home like going like, when is it going to be released? Well, it's up, enjoy. So I'm not even going to do a finished look that I was planning. I was going to go use my Fenty to do my eyes, do my brows, do everything. I'm not doing it at all, because I feel like I've said everything I could have said about these products, about this brand, about everything. I said the positives, and I said that a brand that started in 2012 are doing an amazing thing by representing more skin tones than what is regularly available in the Swedish market. That's a good thing, right? I'm also props to them as two women who released this product. Props to you from one woman to another. But also, this is why we need intersectionality in feminism, because at the end of the day, two white women should know enough that they can't formulate products for darker skin tones without darker skin tone people. Like, just like Tarte and Jackie Aina are working together, they should have picked an influencer with dark enough skin tone who can come into their stores or their meeting rooms and test these products and be like, hey guys, you've branded this as warm, it's not actually warm, it should be branded as neutral. I like the shades, and I love that people with more sensitive skin can use it, but at the end of the day, just because you do something doesn't mean you only get props for it. You have to do it well and execute it quite well as well. So my feedback to Idun is very clear throughout this video. Get people who understand black undertones and darker undertones, work closely with them to get your product, you know, as big as it can be. Work with black influencers. In Sweden alone, there's about 20 different influencers I can give you information about who you can work with, who are mixed race, who are black, who are proper dark, and work with them. If you bring out these products and you're not showing it via the people who are going to be using it, what use is it? It's not a use at all. Thirdly, this is also a gripe I have. You bring out the products, but there are no products in store. Now, they say they're exchanging by the end of the year, which is fine, that's amazing. But if people of color are buying these products and they can't swatch it in real life, they're not likely to go and buy it online. So you'll be losing another market right then and there. More, just try and understand that representation on the shelves does not happen overnight. You need representation behind the camera, behind the scenes, to help you formulate these. And the companies that are winning right now, including Tarte, they are collaborating with black influencers to bring out darker shades that work for us. That's all I have to say about this brand. If y'all want to SMS me, DM me, whatever, do that. But I will still be sitting here next Sunday reviewing yet another brand. Okay? So thank you very much for watching. And if you like this video and you want more honest videos, click that thumb up. Let me know what you think, and let's do this, because I love you guys, and everything I do on my channel is for you guys. I'm not doing it for the brands. I'm not doing it for capitalism. I'm doing it for you guys. So I go out and spend my hard-earned cash to review things for you, and I think you deserve the truth. You don't deserve people who get paid to say like, oh, this is nice, I guess you could make it work by doing this. I will always keep it real, because that's the Gambian style, that's the Senegal style, that's the Nigerian style, that's the Sierra Leonean style, that's the Ivorian style, and that's the Lovette style. So I'm gonna give it to you as I see it. Yes, and if you don't like it, this channel is probably not even your target audience. What you talking about? Bye guys!